Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my January budget setup with you guys, and I know this is probably the first video that's going up in this channel because I separated my budgeting and my vlogging channel. So if this is the first video you're watching of me, my name is Carla. I am a sticker budgeter. My husband and I were on a debt-free journey as well as other financial goals that we want to hit, especially in the beginning of 2022. I do have a baby girl. I have a, I guess, 18-month-old now baby girl, and her name is Mia. As you can see, there she is. And yeah, so this is just our journey, and welcome. I hope you guys stay and subscribe. And if you're from my other channel, from my other, vlogging channel now, welcome. Thank you so much for being here and for subscribing even before I posted anything here, and just for supporting my decisions when it comes to like my business and YouTube. I just really wanted to separate from that channel. I think having my own separate budgeting channel really amps me up to budget more and to just hit our financial goals for the year, which I have listed down, but I just haven't made a video yet. So the reason why my voice is like this is because I did get COVID over the holidays, which we've been really careful, and this is the first time we've gotten COVID, and I think we got the variant, the Omicron, because we only got mild symptoms and I never lost my taste and smell. So I think that's why, and that one is spread more rapidly. And my husband does work in a public place, so does my sisters, because their workplace right now has also a lot of people that are out because of the same reason. That's why they work at the same place. That's why I'm thinking it's from their work. Regardless of that, after all the intros, I will set up my budget with you guys, and this channel is meant to be just for budgeting in general, and I'm gonna try to get back what I used to do, like budget really hard on things, because I do have certain goals that I want to hit for the next couple of years. So this is my budget planner. I do get my planner from Erin Condren. It's called a monthly planner, and it just has monthly calendars, and then it has line pages like this. For example, June, this is what it comes in. It looks like without my stickers. So it comes in with line pages, several line pages, and what I do with that is I use my stickers right here. I am a sticker budgeter, like I said earlier, and I do sell my stickers in my shop, which is linked down below. So I do sell my stickers, and I kind of make it look pretty. It makes me really want to budget more when I do this, and I found my own system that works for me. I do sell other things other than what you can see here, but these are just the things that work out for me, and today I'm going to show you guys how I set it up. So I'm not going to be showing you guys every little detail. There's some stuff that I'm going to skip. This is how my December looked like, how my numbers looked like. I had to close it without showing you guys because I wasn't feeling all that well. I wasn't feeling good Thursday, Friday, mostly Friday. And now everything is good. It's just my voice. Just a little update. And then I have my Christmas budget that I made as well. I thought I was over by $50. But I was only over by $70. No, I was over $7.70. No. So I spent 577.11 cents during Christmas time, and my budget was 570. So it's not that bad. But we're gonna set up January. I don't set up the calendars here. I do sell stickers for my calendars, but I don't. For here, I'm gonna track my expenses here with my budget expense stickers, but I'm not going to do a weekly check-in. I'm going to show you guys what I'm thinking about. It's still in my brain. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. That's why I haven't really decided if I want to set it up with you guys, but we are going to set up the stuff that I know we're going to do. I do have a mock here, so you might see me looking back and forth, but here we're going to set up, we're basically going to copy how I had it in December, because this system really works out for me. So if you guys don't know, I paid off our debt, my Robin's credit card, last month, which was the last month of 2021. So I hit that goal. So this is completely paid off. And now we're going for the, top three that is kind of heavy, which is my student loans. That's going to be the last thing, even though it's the first one there. Then my Camden's credit card, which has 3,000 and something on it. And my husband's Capital One, which has 2,000, almost 3,000 in there. So that's what we're gonna hit. I don't have the final numbers of that yet because it hasn't updated, because it updates on the 6th for some reason, and it's not the 6th yet. So I'm just gonna be patient and wait on that to update. I did get a couple of people tell me like last time to not throw away the packages, which I didn't. So I just quarantined them, and you know, we'll see how it is, because I guess you can quarantine packages, because I had to refund all of my orders from when I opened my shop after my holiday break. I had to refund them because I really didn't want to get anyone sick, and so thank goodness, you know, haven't sent the packages out yet. I would feel so bad if anybody got sick, even though, let's say I got a mild thing. Who's to say that the next person will have a mild reaction as well? Like, we don't know what their situation is. But yes, these are my stickers, by the way. These are my January kit. I have a new kit every month that comes. Right now I'm working on March. Well, I was working on March, but I stopped because I didn't want to touch anything. These were already set up on the side for me because I always set it up when I make my stickers. So I already knew what I was gonna use, but I am gonna put my debt tracker in here. And like I told you guys, I don't know my debt numbers quite yet, but I'm not going ham on my debt like other people do. I am, but I'm also doing other things. Discussing your debt, I mean discussing your finances in general, can be kind of taboo because people like to chime in like what to do with the money. So the debt, I kind of toned down on the sharing, as you guys have noticed if you're from my other channel, because people can get really judgy when you spend other things other than your debt. When you try to enjoy a little bit of life other than your debt, people can get kind of judgy, like you should throw in the money in your debt instead of like enjoying life. I can do both. I've been really happy with how my husband and I have been doing. So I told you guys we paid off our cards, so I only have my student loan, which starts in April for me. My payments doesn't start till April, so I'm still holding off on paying anything on that one. Some people went really ham on the no interest, which is amazing. I salute you guys. That wasn't my journey, so I'm just holding off on paying that. And then Camden's has 3,000 still, and then my husband's Capital One, this has 3,000 as well. I don't know the exact numbers like I said, but my Robin's credit card is finally gone. I think we're gonna work on like 50% of Capital One, maybe, or we're just gonna work on Capital One next. And at a certain point, I'm not gonna zero that one out because my husband and I are working hard on increasing our credit so we can get a house. So before, I wasn't really wanting to get a house, but ever since Mia grew up and us wanting another kid, it makes me want to get a house. So we changed our minds, and so we're working really hard to increase our credit. So I'll work really hard on those. I don't know, I need to like educate myself more on how to increase it, to be honest, but I'm excited. And then on the bottom, we're gonna work on our monthly sinking funds outlook, like how it would look like. So I do have 2 sinking funds layout, so I do use both of them. I have this one, which is what I call the monthly, because it has the start balance and the end balance, or the balance, plus and minus. And then this one has 4 paychecks, which is, I have 4 paychecks for the month. That's why I have it set up there. I'll show you guys how that looks like later on, but we're gonna use this one for right now. I'm just gonna grab a washi. Right there. And I do have another sinking funds that I'm adding for this month. This was kind of last minute. I was thinking about it and I wanted to add this one on for our baby girl because her 2nd birthday is coming. I'm not gonna make a big party like last year, but I would like to save up a little bit of money for a small party, like for just us some decorations that comes in a pack. And also we want to go to the aquarium and probably eat somewhere over there because the aquarium is like 2 hours away from us. So it makes sense, and hopefully she'll like all the fishies. I don't know. We'll see. And I can't imagine like the, what do you call this, the tickets for the aquarium to be that expensive. I hope not. I need to look into it, but I'm saving up $300 for her birthday. So if I save up $50 every month until her birthday, I should be able to make it happen. So I'm not gonna stuff it every week like I used to with my sinking funds. I'm not gonna put $10 on it every week. It's what I have extra for the end of the month. I'll throw a 50 in there, and then we'll see where we're at. So that's what I'm doing with her birthday money. So I do have other ones that I have here. So I have Miha. That is her separate savings account, which reached $1,000, by the way, guys. So that will be put into my high yield savings account. And then I have medical. And then I have gifts. I have Christmas, which I'm already saving up for this year's Christmas. I already have $60 in there. And then family time, that's for any kind of adventure. We have like small little adventures, like if we decide to get ice cream on the weekend, that's where I'll pull the money from. And then car maintenance. I have photos, which is like some professional family photos that I plan to get this year around closer to the holiday time, because we haven't had any professional photos taken. I've really tried not to do that, especially with like maternity photos and newborn photos. I kind of regret not doing it, but we didn't have the funds then. I really wanted to, but we just didn't have the money. Getting professional photos is very expensive, which I understand because they put in a lot of work and their talent into taking those photos. I'm willing to pay that money, but I gotta save up for it is basically what I'm saying. And then I'm adding Mia's birthday. Right there. And then on the bottom, I add my challenges, which I have 3 challenges. I have my $1 savings challenge, I have my $5, and then I have my $50. So I really like those challenges that I've added in my budget. It's making it really easy to save because my $1 and my $5 savings challenge, I'll use that for any kind of traveling we have, because as you guys notice, we don't have any traveling or vacation sinking funds, and those are just a fun way to save. And then my $50 is also for vacation. I guess it's for the Philippines, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to go home this year because, you know, the C word is still rampant, and I don't want to waste any time quarantining after our flight. I want to spend it all with my family, and that's what we talked about initially before. If there's still like quarantine time, I'm not gonna go home because it's a waste of money. I lined these pages, but I'm gonna line them later because it's too much time. I'll take too much of your time. So here I'll put in how much I have for every category. So Mia has $1,000, like I said, in her savings account. Medical has $170. And then gifts has $190. Christmas has $60, and family time has $190. Car maintenance has $290. There's a lot of 90s. And photos has $50. Mia's birthday has $0. And then my $1 savings challenge has $38. My $5 has $278. And then my $50 has $1,650 for a total of $3,913 for my sinking funds and my savings challenges. And the reason that I keep in track of that is when anything goes bad, like for some reason like we have to pay something, or if we need the money, I'll empty those envelopes out even though they're for something else. I'll use them for what we need, like an emergency fund, like an emergency fund. If my emergency fund is not enough to cover, I'll use this for those. Alright, and we'll move on to the next page, which is going to be my January budget layout. I'm going to lay this out with my washi for my January budget. So these are removable stickers, so if you need to make a correction, you can do so like I did. Alright, there's still a crease here, but it's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. Looks fine. So I'm going to grab this sheet right here, which is the January budget, and just lay it out like that. And I've been really enjoying, I'm so glad I discovered the sticker budgeting. I love it. A lot of people really like the iPad way too, which is like they use the good notes, which is honestly fine as well. Like that one is a lot more minimalistic, and I'm not a minimalist at all, as you guys know. I think it's just good to find your way of budgeting, as long as you're budgeting, even if you just use pen, paper, and highlighter. That's what I started with when I didn't have my business and I didn't want to spend money on stickers. I just used a pen, paper, and highlight, and that worked out for me. So I have 4 paychecks for the month of January, so I'm just gonna do P1 for paycheck 1 and so on, P2 and P4. And I'm gonna put here, I guess I'm gonna put Kim, which is my sister's name, because she gives us money for the month, since she is staying with us for her rent, I guess. So dates, I have 1/6, 1/13, 1/20, and 1/27. I'm not gonna put a date on hers because it's whenever I think she gives us the end of the month. So maybe I'll put 1/31, I guess, just to make it look even. And if you see my head popping up over here, it's because I'm nearsighted. My eyesight is very bad, so I have to be really close to my paper for me to see it, and I don't want to make any mistakes. For paycheck number 1, my budget is $600. Usually it's $750, but since my shop is kind of taking a hit with me closing my shop, I am kind of lowballing our paychecks and see. It's gonna be a rough month. It's gonna be really tight, so I hope we can make it work. So all of these are gonna be $600, and then my sister gives us $400. Okay, so I hope me doing that would kind of lower the expectations and not give enough room to spend anything else, because I don't think we have anything, you know, special this month. I have birthdays coming up, but I also have a separate gifts sinking funds for that, so it'll be fine. Let's lay down, and the total is gonna be $2,800. I really hope that's enough. We'll see if that works out. And then we're gonna do our fixed and variable expenses. So I separate my expenses with fixed and variable. So fixed is usually like bills and stuff, and then variable is groceries, allowance, sinking funds. Those can be like a variable amount every month, and I separate them into this video might take an hour, okay? Just, you know, if you see it, it kind of gives this channel a good chance if I upload longer videos, I guess, because it'll get it to 40 hours watch time or 400 hours, I think, watch time, so I can get monetized, because as you guys know, this is not monetized because it's a new channel. So hopefully we get there pretty soon. My aim is by June I'll be monetized in this channel. I hope so. I'm hoping. Alright, so debt is my first fixed expense, even though this is kind of a variable still, but I try to give it about like all the minimums for my debt. So 197 is my current minimum for all of my debt, and then that doesn't include student loans because I'm not paying any minimum, not even the minimum on that one. And then phone, this has always been 160. And then insurance, this kind of increased a little bit in the new year, so $111. Gas is 100, just because we don't go anywhere, especially right now since we got COVID. We haven't been anywhere. Wi-Fi is 120. This one is a little bit more, a lot more actually. It's because we kept hitting the cap of our data usage on our Wi-Fi, so we switched to unlimited because there is a lot of people using the internet here. So we just decided to get the unlimited one. And then subscriptions is still 28. Rent is 907, and I do include the money order amount there. And then electric is 160. All right, and then we'll take the bottom. And then the total for all of that is 1,783 for all of our fixed expenses. And then our variable is food, which I've budgeted 100 a week because my sister gives us money for food as well. So that is $400 for food. And then allowance, because if she doesn't, it'd be more. 360. And then sinking funds, we'll get 280 actually. Yeah, 280 because I just added Mia's birthday, so that's not included. The amount is not included in there. But since I'm not putting money in her sinking funds every week, I'll put it every month. I'll just put the end balance here, which I know will not be the budgeted amount, which is fine. Miscellaneous, we'll get 40 because it's $10 a week. And then challenge, I don't budget anything here. Just to not give me any kind of stress on putting money in there if I can't, because who's to say our paychecks are going to be consistent with $600 a week. Something might happen, so if that happens, I am not going to stress about it. So that is it for that. And then on the bottom, let me get, I just like to break the page to have a difference. So I put the summary on the bottom to add all of my fixed and variable together. So I got fixed and then variable. Oh, and my total variable amount is $1,080. So we will put that 1,783, 1,080, which will add up to 2,863. So it is over by $63 from our income right here. Our income is $2,800. So I'm hoping that there's like a little bit of allowance there somewhere. I'm pretty sure there is. This is kind of lowballing our budget, but I'm also hoping. So here I use these dots that come in the sticker to kind of decorate a little bit, I guess. And then I just separate this by income, then debt, and savings for the month. And what that would look like, we did a really good thing last month and we saved up a lot. So last month total income was $4,442 because there was 5 paychecks in that month, and then we saved $557 and we were able to put away $687 for our debt. That's how we got to pay off 1 credit card. So that's how that's how that would look. I'll put the highlighter on later. And then we're gonna move on to the next page, which is my expenses, my savings challenge, all that good stuff. So that looks so beautiful already, like even without the lines quite yet and the highlights. But we're gonna move on to the next one. It's looking really pretty already. And then we're gonna do expenses, savings challenge, and my sinking funds. So that page looks like this page, and you'll see me go back and forth between the two because I'm just gonna copy these two together. And let me put one of this right here. All right, so expenses. So I'm feeling really excited about the budgeting. I don't know if it's just the New Year's or the new channel that I got, but I'm really excited because I just want to go back to how I used to, just being on the dot on anything, on everything, because I kind of laid off a little bit since I had my baby, because I just didn't have the time to be so, not strict, but like on point on the budget. Like I used to not track my expenses, but I'm gonna start tracking them now. Even though I don't do the check-ins and I don't show you guys, I'm gonna start doing the budget expense again and tracking my expenses, especially on the cushion, because I see that there's a lot of fault on the cushion card. Like we kind of use it, we kind of overuse it sometimes and we don't pay it back. So I just really need to be on point on that one, and you guys will see how I set that up later on. But I just really need to be more kind of active on tracking expenses, because it's really important, and that's when we lose money, is when we kind of relax a little bit on stuff. But yeah, I'm just trying to be more proactive on that one. But here I just list down my expenses. So I have rent, electric, my husband's phone, candles, I still put down student loan even if I don't pay it, just in case I have to, like for some reason, like my loan provider tells me I have to pay it, I still have a tab for it, or a row for it. And Wi-Fi, my phone, insurance, and then my Robin's is supposed to be under here, but since that one's already paid off, that also frees up another tab. It used to be really long with all of my credit cards, all of our like Firestone payments, my ring, my wedding ring. That was also something we paid off last year. So Capital One is next, and that's what we're trying to hit off next. We used to have 2 Capital One cards, pay that off as well. Subscriptions. So we really did a lot last year, and we also moved out from the garage that we had. We didn't plan to move out till this year, but things happen. Then gas, food, the bar, then me, I put mama there, and then Mia, and then miscellaneous, and then debt, and emergency fund. So I still fund my emergency fund even though we use it. My emergency fund turns to be my cushion, and my savings, I just kind of deliberate at the end of the month with my husband how much we'll put away for savings and how much we'll keep on the cushion. And that's why I've been noticing we haven't been putting away a lot on the savings, even though we put a lot on emergency fund. It's because we kind of overuse the cushion card way too much. We need to slow down, and that's why I'm like buckling down on the tracking on it, because it's going out of hand. Like we really need to be strict on it, because there's times to be strict, times to be lenient, and I think we really need to be being strict on it because we're being too spendy on it. So I just lined those up for 4 paychecks, and usually what I do here is I use a pencil to mark how much I need for every paycheck, and then once the paycheck comes and it's finalized, I write it down in pen, and that's what you can see right here. There's check marks. The D is for deposit, C is cash, and that's how I know. That just works out for me. I made a system for myself, and that's how you'll be when you start your budgeting, is you'll find a system that works for you. You may start your system like copying someone else, which is, you know, it's fine. My system is not all from me. I copied it from other people, and then I found my own like middle ground on how I like things. And that's just how budgeting is, and also planning, I find it out. But here I put my savings challenge, but since I only have 3, I usually only budget for my $50 savings challenge. My $1 and $5 is whenever I have loose $5 or $1 in some of my categories, so I don't budget for those. And so that's why it's been so easy to accumulate money in there, because I don't budget for it and I can just find those loose $1 and $5. I've been really enjoying doing that, but I still put it down here just in case. So $1, $5, and $50. So I do have trackers for those as well, but yeah, I will be having those to show you guys soon. And then we have the sinking funds on the bottom, which some people have a lot of sinking funds. That's why I left myself a lot of room here. Who's to say I won't keep increasing, but I hope not, because it kind of spreads out your paycheck more, which is not a good thing, because you don't want to spread out your paycheck way too much, especially if your paycheck is pretty low. You can get kind of carried away with sinking funds, and that's what I try not to be. So I set a really low threshold for each sinking funds. Like for my photo one, that only is $300. This one for my baby is $300. The only ones that doesn't have a cap is my baby's savings account, medical, and gifts. Those are the ones that doesn't have a cap, which I'm thinking gifts I'm gonna have a cap, but medical and my baby's savings account will not have a cap, because you always need medical stuff, and I never seem to get the point to get out of $500 on my medical anyways, because we always use it for co-payments and stuff, so it'll be okay. But for my baby girl, I just want her to have a good start to, you know, I don't even know how much my savings for her will help in the economy when she's bigger, but I hope it does a little bit something for her. I am gonna try to teach her about money as she grows up. I'm gonna do like a money system, kind of a point system with her chores when she's a little bit bigger, with our other child too, if we do happen to be blessed with another one. It's hard, but yeah, we're gonna do our sinking funds, which I have Miha, and I have medical, I have gifts, Christmas, family time, car maintenance, photos, and Mia's birthday. All of those. Usually I put $10 for every category each paycheck, and that's what I was talking about earlier, that I'm not gonna put $10 on hers every week. I'm gonna see how much we have saved for the end of the month and put in that $50 for her. So that's my plan for her birthday, because it's kind of like a last minute thing. I wasn't sure if I should save the money or just pull it from the cushion, but I think I like saving the money because it kind of allows me to not go crazy on the spending, because if I pull it from the cushion and don't have a set amount, I'm just gonna keep pulling. So I'm just gonna stop myself before I make the disaster, and I can go crazy with Mia's spending. So this is how this page looks like. So it'll just be lined later on, Now we're going to the paycheck 1 to 4 here, and this can be kind of repetitive, so I always just fast forward this. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so this is what this page looks like without the lines and the highlights. Usually it looks like this. So that's how I keep in track of the paychecks. And on the next page, I'm actually going to do something different. I used to not do this, but I'm going to do a spending tracker here. And the spending tracker is for my cushion. So I told you guys I need to go a little bit more strict on tracking our spending. And I'm going to do that here, and I'm going to use the spending tracker for that. I'm just going to use this washi since we're almost done with it anyways. Might as well use it. So I'm going to do that. All right, I'm just going to put the spending tracker here on the bottom or the top and just track our cushion until we're better disciplined at using that money. I'm gonna keep being strict and just see if we're paying it off with the right categories and also not overusing it. And I'll be back and finish lining this up and show you guys how it would look like at the end. So I'm finished. I finished lining them up and highlighting what needs to be highlighted. So this is what my January budget looks like. So I have my debt tracker at the top, sinking funds on the bottom for the monthly look. I have my January budget look right here, which looks absolutely beautiful. I love how that looks like. And I have expenses here on the left, savings challenge, sinking funds right here, and then I have my paycheck 1 through 4 here. And then I have my spending tracker on the back. If I need to add another one, I will, so I'll save this washi over here and I'll just do another spending tracker if I need to, but I love it. It looks really good. I'm gonna try to see if I can do the budget expense stickers and stick to it. If I don't, I'm not even gonna worry about it. But that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you decide to subscribe here on my channel, thank you so much. And if you've already subscribed, you're the best. I appreciate it, and I hope I get to see you guys on my next video. Bye.